What exactly are we talking about?
Politics.
Sports.
Education.
We'll tell you anything you want to hear.
We talk, you listen.
Big's Golf Talk.
Well, here you all are, waiting to hear my broadcast. How very nice of you.
Big's Golf Talk.
America is talking.
Talking and yakety yak.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's all about talk.
A place for information, advice, golf news, golf reviews, and of course, golf humor.
Do you know who this is?
Big's Golf Talk.
Comes highly recommended. You're going to feel better if you talk to him.
That's the fact, Jack. Now we'll talk.
Big's Golf Talk is presented by Tour Edge Golf, golf's most solid investment. Pound for pound, nothing comes close. BGT is also sponsored in part by The Distance Shoe, Squares Shoes, proof, not promise. Anson Belt and Buckle, premium belts for everyday use. AnsonBelt.com. Encore Golf, golfknickers.com, The Claw Glove by Caddy Daddy, Photo Ball Marker, and UFO Tour Golf. Connect with Big's Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Big's Golf Talk. Subscribe with us on YouTube and iTunes, Amazon Music, and the Google Play Music Store. We're also available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Alexa devices. Our website is www.bigsgolftalk.com or .net, BIGGS golftalk.com or .net. I am Big John Quick. She is the golf diva, Amanda Sensor, and he is the golf father, Bill Cuevas, here on Big's Golf Talk. And what the hell is going on? Amanda's typically on the bottom. Billy's usually over there.
Yep.
And
we're switching things up today.
Due to technical difficulties.
Apparently. There's a lot of internet issues going on.
Just to let everybody know that I have been notified by our streaming company that there are issues with our videos being displayed on Facebook. And they have made Facebook aware of it, but they're hoping to come to a resolution fairly shortly. So if on Friday you don't see our show on Facebook, certainly head over to YouTube as it will be on Friday. So
and hopefully LinkedIn really soon.
Yes, hopefully LinkedIn really soon. Other than that, follow us on our social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and subscribe with us on YouTube. And as a matter of fact, even on YouTube, they're coming out with handles. So our handle will be at Big's Golf Talk. So at Big's Golf Talk on all of our social media, including YouTube. So there you go.
Winners.
Something I want to talk about, and I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Something I wanted to talk about, though, is gratuity etiquette. And I want to go around the table here. And, we could always continue this into the, on our round table. But, Amanda, I know you have experience in working in the gratuity aspect of golf, But let me ask you something, Amanda. When you go to the golf course and cart boy maybe picking up your clubs for you, put them on a cart for you, do you tip them?
So yes, to answer your question, very straightforward, but I think it also is situational. And what I mean by that is if I'm at a club, especially, so if someone does me a favor and gets me on a course and I don't pay to play, I make sure I tip the cart guys extra. So I'll throw them each 20, 30, 40 bucks because I'm not paying to play there. But at a country club, like which I belong, while I am all about tipping, I just feel those cart service guys are there to service you. I also am there every single day. And a lot of days, like I don't leave my clubs clean. And so they come up to the 18th hole before like you're putting out and they start cleaning your clubs. And that's why I have a hesitation because maybe I don't want my clubs cleaned. And so don't expect something from me if I I don't want it. But yes, I think they do a great service out there. I usually tip pretty well. Even at the very least, I tell people if you can throw them $5 at the end of the round, like, I mean, they're taking care of you, getting water, getting ice, and all of that stuff. So,
cart girls, beverage cart girls, certainly a high gratuity aspect of the game of golf. What is the proper etiquette, Amanda, for beverage cart girls?
For tipping?
Yes.
Always. I tip. I think that's just a common practice. It's just like a server. She's driving around. You would never leave a restaurant and not tip your server unless it was a bad experience. So cart girl, same thing. She's out there. She's catering to you. She's coming to you. So you don't have to wait until, hole 9. So yeah, I mean, if I buy a water, I'll be like, here, keep the extra $1 or whatever, but it doesn't have to be a lot. But I think there is a tipping etiquette there for sure.
Bill, the Godfather Quaid was coming to you now. And you've had experience with this. I've had experience with this.
Bill has been the cart girl. He knows.
Yes,
yes.
What a tough ride.
I've been the cart girl.
Now, Amanda, you've had caddies as your professional in your professional life. Bill, I'm going to turn to you as just a average golfer going to a golf course where they do offer caddies. People always have questions. What is the proper etiquette to tip your caddy? And Bill, let me turn to you with experience with tipping caddies.
Yeah.
What do you see? What is your opinion about tipping caddies?
I'll give you a quick rundown. We were at a place where it was mandatory to have a caddy, but it was all of us were media. They took care of the golf course, which is almost $400. They took care of all the caddy fees. All they asked was tip your caddy. That was it. There was 4 of us in our group. When it came time to do it at the end, I don't have no cash. I don't carry cash. And I forgot what the other excuse was. So I wasn't going that route. So I threw the guy $100 because at least you got 4 people playing in the group. So there was one caddy for the 4 of us. And that was because we were media. But you cannot walk out of there. And they're like, oh, we'll catch you the next time. How are we going to catch them? There is no next time for us.
Right.
This is the one and done. We get out. You can't catch this kid again. So I felt bad. And then when we finished, 2 of them start complaining about, oh, I didn't get my piece. I didn't get my cigar. I didn't get my little cup. I didn't get this. And I'm like, good. And then you know how God works in mysterious ways? I was leaving all by myself. And one of the guys says, hey, did you get one of those souvenirs from back there? And I said, nah, they finished because you know the story. I had to finish extra holes with someone. Right. He gave me his tin. He's like, I don't drink, I don't smoke. Here, take this. And he gave me his, and it was I still have it. So you just don't know. I think when you get, especially if you're getting something for free, like Amanda said, if she gets comped around or something, you got to take care of those people, man. And even if you are, and you've already paid for their services, you're paying for your food and you still tip. You got to, I mean, these guys are working hard. You got to tip appropriately, man. And, I try to do between, if they're good, I'll give them the 20%. If they're bad, I'll go down to that 15%. If they're exceptional, where they pay a lot of attention, I'll go 25%. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because you want them to remember, like, hey, that guy took care of me. And you always got somebody that's going to do something nice for you.
Especially, I mean, what you're talking about was pre-COVID. We went to Puerto Rico, and they had 4 caddies. They had caddies running out. They had caddies on our cart with us. I mean, they had caddies galore, with our groups and stuff like that. And I certainly agree. And people, for the first time ever running across caddies, are not sure what the proper etiquette is and is afraid to ask that question. So here at Big's Golf Talk, I find myself working in the hospitality industry outside of golf and outside of my umpiring and all that stuff. And something I want to talk about too is what about when you're traveling on that golf trip and you have a shuttle driver taking you to the hotel or taking you to the golf course? Amanda, turn to you first. Shuttle drivers taking you from the airport to the hotel, taking you from the hotel to the golf course, whatever the case might be. Do you tip?
It's rare that I don't tip. There's been a few times where it just wasn't the right feel because of either they didn't even get out of the vehicle. Most of the time, like pre-flight parking, things like that. They're helping me lug my crap around.
Yes.
I have my golf bag, a suitcase, a carry-on, a backpack, and I'm just this little tiny thing trying to get it all off the shuttle. So I think that's a huge part for me. Even, $5-10. You just
so if they get out of the shuttle and handle your bags, tip it.
100%. 100%.
Is there a formula? Is there a formula that you would say I give $1 a bag, $2 a bag, or is it just strictly the formula is how well this person treats you?
I think a little bit of both. I think to be on the safe side, yeah, like $1 a bag. I mean, even in Vegas, when I tip valet I tip valet, but the bellman that comes up to you, I usually go about, $1 a bag. I end up giving him $20 because we have a cart full of stuff between Craig and I or my family or whatever. But I think honestly, it's just about, I don't think about a number as much as I just think I want to make sure that person is recognized because they're doing me a solid. Mm-hmm. So I'm with you. Like if the service is more exceptional, like I've had shuttle drivers physically jump out of the car and be like, no, don't touch anything. I'll do it.
Yeah.
And those people, and the last shuttle driver I had literally said, you go get in line for the rental car. I will bring your luggage in and set it in the corner by you so you don't have to wait on me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And I'm
that's above and beyond the duties. So people like that, yeah.
Beefier tip. But if you take care of me, I'm going to take care of you. So
no, absolutely. And having a personality goes a long way. You know what I mean?
100%.
Even if you're making an effort, you may not even know what you're doing. You may have just started your job and not know the ins and outs. The effort that somebody puts into doing their job goes a long way. You have people that are miserable in their job and they give you miserable service. They don't pay attention to you intentionally. You see them talking or doing something instead of doing their job. But then you have those others that got 50 tables and they're running here. I'll be right back, sir. Oh, I'm going to do it. And then you could literally see them everywhere. Those people, I don't even care if they come back. I don't care if they give me another glass of water. Those people I take care of because they're really working hard. They're trying. And in today's world, we need that because nobody wants to work.
Right, so exactly. You get people working 10, 11 hours now in a day, and especially shuttle drivers, caddies, pro shop attendants, whatever the case might be, that where gratuity is encouraged, servers coming to work, and a lot of these servers too, a lot of people you don't know, a lot of these servers have to share their tips with the bussers, with the cooks.
They pull them together. Yeah.
So you really need to really think conscientiously. If you're going to go out into the hospitality industry, you need to prepare yourself to tip in the hospitality world. Mm-hmm. And Amanda, you bring a great point because I'm also a person that doesn't like to carry cash. And what I'm seeing now is shuttle drivers, and such as myself now working in the hospitality industry, having QR codes, on their shuttles or on, that you could pay electronically. So I also encourage businesses, golf courses, to find a way where, whether it be on the credit card or whatever the case might be, that we as golfers can offer gratuity that's electronic and not maybe we don't have that cash. Bill, you said earlier, many people say, I don't have cash, I'll get you next time. Mm-hmm. Well, if you have that option of doing electronically, You always have your credit card.
Yeah.
So
You
that's the tactic in fundraising. So out on the whole, if I were to stand out there and only accept cash, do you know how many people would be like, "Oh, sorry, don't have
Sorry.
cash," and they get to use that as an excuse. So what's great is I'm like, "Oh, no problem. I take credit card, Venmo. I take, and I start rattling off
I
the list,
take
and
this.
they're like,
Everybody's taking everything, and that's how it should be.
I think in today's world, just because of the lack of cash carrying, I have been taught, I grew up in a family that cash is king. You always have cash because no matter what, when tech goes down, you can pay in cash. And so I always have something on me at some point. But I even take between 20 and 40 bucks and a variety of like singles and fives, and I keep it in my golf bag. So if I don't pull from that if I have my wallet. But sometimes I'm like, oh, shoot, I don't have any money, any cash.
Legitimately.
So, like, legit. And I've been in that situation, and you do feel terrible because you're like, oh, my gosh, like, I literally would give you $5-10.
Something else that people can do that you don't realize that some credit card transactions can be done this manner. But whatever your transaction is, hey, can you add another $10 and give me the cash so I could tip, the bell person or whatever case
100%.
might be. Ask that question when you want to, if you feel really, really bad and not using as an excuse that I don't have cash, and you truly want to, and a lot of times when you pay for a shuttle service, you could add a gratuity onto that, and they will make sure the driver gets that gratuity.
You know what I've been noticing a lot more, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's going to be the new trend or not. I've gone out to the restaurant, and when you go to a restaurant, they'll put down, as soon as you walk in, you'll see the sign. It says, no tipping on card. And I'm trying to figure out what happens. You're in a restaurant, not a Denny's, a regular restaurant. How do you want me to tip if I don't carry cash? How do you take care of that server? They want you to tip. It doesn't say not to tip. It says no tipping will be put in cash. When I went to Oklahoma last weekend for my daughter's graduation,
card or your cash, because you're like going back and forth. You said two different things. You said card and cash. So
Wait,
can
so
you
no
tip
tipping on the
no
card?
tipping on card?
No tipping on the card.
Okay,
You
so they
cannot
want
tip on the
you
card.
to
You
give
said
them.
you just got finished saying cash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
I thought about my daughter, and then I got sad a little bit because last weekend, I took off. I was over there in Oklahoma. We'll talk about that later. But they had the signs, no tipping with your credit card inside. You had to have cash to tip your server. And
I know the reason why behind that, because
you do?
the business. Yes, I do.
Okay.
The business itself is responsible for the taxes on that tip. So it would not be the responsibility of the person receiving the gratuity, because that gratuity was put on the card. Okay. The company that card is charged to is responsible for the taxes on that gratuity. And it should be the person receiving it.
Taking on a credit card fee, a processing fee. But here's my thing. Like, we've been doing this for how long?
Forever.
Like, so,
ever.
So I just think that's not
the service
logical.
industry loses. I mean, I was lucky. I had cash.
Now, if the business is smart, if the business, like the business I work for, we have to claim all our tips. So if they tip, using their credit card with the business, well, the business gives us the cash. However, they put it down on our in our check and deduct it from our check and tax it.
Yeah. Which is good for you, because later on you don't get hammered on it. So it works out well if they do it that way. I just found it weird, because I feel like the people is going to make people want to work.
They're going to lose out. The servers are going to lose out.
That's the only loser was the thing. But I think if they did what Biggs was talking about, you know what? This place doesn't take your credit card, but my app does.
Right.
You know what I mean? Why not? Let them carry their phone and do the QR code. Yeah. I don't mind doing that. I just feel terrible for the people that can't tip, especially when they're giving you good service.
The only time I don't tip on purpose is when a server, if I gave them money and I need change back, and let's say I needed $21 in change because I give them $100 bill, and they bring me a $20 and a $1, and their tip.
Like, okay, here's your $1.
Here's your $1.
Yeah.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Because no one taught you how to come back with singles and fives. You're
Right.
going to make out a lot more. And
Yep.
I will tell you that is my biggest pet peeve in the service industry is know how to give change back.
And
Because
here's
you are going to lose
and
out.
that's a great point, Amanda. And here's my advice to those people that get. I know we're over time here.
Yeah.
To get when you're receiving gratuity, okay, and somebody's paid for a service. All right, let's just say you're going to get $20 back in change or $21 back in change. Right. This is what you want to do. You want to do a 10, you want to do a 5, and you want to do 5 singles. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get $5 out of that.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I also don't like? And then we'll end it. We should end it on that note. I hate when they automatically put a tip on and it's not a lot of people. Normally, if you got more than 8 to 10 people,
sure, if it's a party, there's automatic gratuity.
Me, myself, and I don't put a tip on the bill because I'm going to take it off.
Don't tip Bill on the bill, okay?
That's right. That's today's don't tip Bill on the bill.
All right, we have a great show for you today. Coming up next is Amanda Uncensored right here on BGT 2.0. Bill the Golf on Cuevas, Amanda the Golf Diva Censor, and Big John Quick. We'll be right back right after this.